I don't like base scrim losses on our success or that things are not going well, because I see losing as learning, you know.
Europe rejoice! One of our lost sons has found his way home back to Europe. Of course, I'm sitting down here with Febiven from Misfits after taking his very first win in the LEC. Congratulations on that. How did it feel playing back on the European stage?
I mean, feels good, I guess. I don't really think too much about that. You know, all I think about is just, you know, winning. Doesn't matter like where I'm sitting, you know.
Fair. Yeah, I mean, that's always the number one objective to win, of course. Now, first of all, talk to me a bit about like how the off season went for you and how you got into contact with Misfits and how you got like to negotiate and become a part of one of the new EU super teams that is Misfits, of course.
I mean, when I was in NA, I was like really unhappy with how things were going. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I like told my team, you know, I want to go back to Europe and see if any team wants me, you know. And yeah, I mean, you know, I think people just heard that I wanted to come back, and then teams started like, you know, being interested, and Misfits was for sure like the most attractive, you know, org, and they were also really quick, and they always like they really that made me feel like they really want me, you know, and that's also really important. And like the history on Misfits and just the players and the roster, just everything felt good, you know. So and of course I really wanted to come back, so everything added up, you know.
Everything came together perfectly, came together Millhouse. So now mid lane is of course a very, very stacked role in Europe in particular. Besides, okay, Perks is now, you know, a bot laner, but besides that, we still have Caps, of course. We have 3 new mid laners coming up, Humanoid, Nemesis and Abedaga. Do you have any personal thoughts on what they're going to bring to the league?
I mean, yeah, they're good. They're not really outstanding or anything. They're not like, it's not like, I mean, they're really good mechanically, all of them, but obviously they still have things to work on. Like, it's really good that there's consistent mid laners and mid laners with really high mechanical skill, because that just pushes you naturally to their level or even higher, right? So yeah, and usually like those young players some players are really creative, so they can bring out different stuff, and you can also, you know, have to be prepared for that and maybe put it into your own play, you know. So it's always really nice to have good opponents.
Even as a veteran, you can even sometimes pick some things up, some odd picks from the rookies.
Yeah, I mean, of course, like if you go to NA for 1 year and then you come back, you know, then I mean, I really noticed the skill difference in the individual players, and I feel like I learned so much more in Europe individually and by my team than I was improving in my team, you know, in America, because everything was just a little bit of a disaster.
I mean, sometimes things don't work out. It's just how it is, you know. Sometimes it's just how it is. Overall, though, Misfits were a very interesting team to look at, because when the roster was first announced, right, like Reddit and Twitter went crazy because, you know, okay, super team, insane, you know, stacked on every position. Then Euphoria comes out, and all of a sudden Misfits is dropping down the tiers by the ratings of some casters. Do you think that people are maybe a bit quick to throw you guys at like as either as a, you know, top 2 team or as a bottom 3 team or something like that? Would you like to see more reservedness before actually casting judgment on the quality of the team?
I mean, to be really honest, like I really don't care like about what they say, but I can also just answer the question, you know, like I think, of course, if you look at the roster, like all the players have had success before, and that's why people are, you know, making this high expectation, and I think it's fair, you know, but it can also really go wrong. It's all depends on how well does the team work together. If you have 5 superstars, it doesn't mean you're always gonna win everything, because the players that had success before, it doesn't necessarily mean that they will get success again. So yeah, it's just all up to us, and maybe we can meet their expectations. But if not, then just don't be sad. Just be happy.
Just be happy, man. That's a very good life lesson for sure. At the end of the day, of course, the name itself doesn't do the work. You need to put in the work yourself. Is there any team in particular that you're really, really excited to face in the upcoming LEC season?
Not really. Not really someone specific. I think I'm looking forward to facing all of them, because they all have different play styles and different strengths, and maybe after a while I'm more excited to play against some teams specifically. But right now we haven't played all the teams, and especially on stage I want to face everyone first before I have a feeling, okay, this team is good to play against, or I feel like we're actually getting challenged.
Okay. There were, Maxlow, for example, put out a tweet, a month ago or something, that scrims weren't maybe going up to expectations and stuff. Has that been improving, and is there any sort of info you can share on that end, or is it a bit too top secret?
If you're saying things scrims aren't going too well, it doesn't necessarily mean that things are not going well, because usually when you lose, you learn the most, and, I think you should always want to lose, but of course, if you want to win and you're gonna win, then of course you put in the work and you're better. But yeah, we have to get defeated a lot of times before we can actually build a good foundation and build a play style. And I don't base scrim losses on our success, or that things are not going well, because I see losing as learning.
I think that's a very beautiful quote. They could just put up there. I see losing as learning. Either you need to make a quiz who has said this, Febiven or Buddha? It's one of the two. So is there anything you would like to say to the European fan base, to the Misfits fan base watching right now?
I'm just really happy that everyone, not everyone, but I've heard a lot of people say that they're really happy that I'm back, and that's really nice to hear. And for myself, I'm also really happy that I'm back, and I hope I can get the European fans back. I might have betrayed them for a period of time, but decisions happen, and now I'm back. So yeah, I hope you guys cheer for my team, especially, and for me as well along the road.
So very nice words. Thank you very much, Febiven. This was Darius from the Shotcaller. Oh, actually, at the end of every interview, we, if you would like, you could put up a hashtag, your very own hashtag, and everyone in the that has watched until the end will put it in the comments to show that they're the real MVP for watching the entire interview, of course. Do you have a personal hashtag that you would really like the world to see?
Hashtag Misfits win with a bunny.
With the bunny. Mm-hmm. On Twitter, yeah, that works. But on YouTube, I'm not sure whether that works yet, So that's unfortunate, sadly.
Wait, what? So I have to put a hashtag?
Yeah, so people on the YouTube put it in the YouTube comments. So we can always see who watched until the end and stuff, It's it's a code word kind of for the special people. For example, Upset put something like best Ezreal EU. That's his hashtag now. Or Mythy puts support king, stuff like that. Do you have a hashtag like that? Or slow?
No, just Misfits, I think.
Okay, how about this? Losing is learning. I think that's... Okay.
Sure.
Okay, let's go with that. Hashtag losing is learning. Thank you very much for your time, Febiven. Very happy to see you back in EU, of course. This was Darius from the Shotcaller. Hope you have a good day. See you guys then. Bye-bye. We'd especially like to thank Krzysztof Buchnevich, Etienne, Thomas Göttel, Dominik Bolze, Lazy Raven, Erich Althaus, and Macic for your support, and of course all the other people whose names you see scrolling past you on the screen right now. Without you, our work wouldn't be possible. Thank you.